I don't think we've ever made a video like this before, talking about the business side of YouTube and how we all make money on this platform producing video content. So let's talk about my whole experience from the very beginning and where we're at right now on this channel. So there's multiple ways to make money on YouTube. So before we get into all this stuff, I just want to tell you guys, I am super thankful that I'm living in an era in time in life where I can produce videos and make money sharing my stories, my experiences, and just overall just entertaining content and or informational or inspirational content. It's insane to me that I get paid to do this. It took a lot of hard work at the beginning, and I worked for a long time, 7 days a week, 10-hour days, making content on here, making zero money. But I had this passion inside of me thinking, come on, man, keep pushing. One day it'll flip and you can start making money. And it did. And then when that thing flipped, I'm like, okay, there's got to be a chance where this is going to flip 2-3 times over. And it did. And then it did. And then finally it hit a point where I could unplug from the normal and now just do this for a living. So what happens on YouTube, when you do it right and you can get everything put together properly and you can have success and you got something to offer some people, you can earn a living on here and finally be able to cut yourself free of the past life you had, appointments, schedules, problems, working for people, and now you can finally just work for yourself, because that's what happens when you put your heart into something. Isn't that what life is all about? To be able to just take what you like to do as a hobby and turn that hobby into an income and hopefully turn that income into a future? That's what we're doing here. Right now, it hasn't built my future yet, but I'm working on it. I still work my butt off on this platform, and I'm super thankful for everything that has happened in my life, all because of YouTube. It's just insane sometimes to just think about the people that have offered me their services. It's like Ray Outfitted or Happy Camper Kits and all these amazing people that have just reached out to me and that are like, Chrome, let us come help you. I'm thankful that these people are in my world, because I wouldn't be driving in the beautifully converted solar-filled van that just looks just downright amazing. I wouldn't be living in this stuff if it wasn't for people and companies, and that is the dead truth. So the first couple of years of my channel, as I was building my YouTube channel, working my butt off, and only making a tiny bit of money enough that I could just support what I did. But then as my channel got bigger, more companies started to reach out. So that's what happens with the YouTube channel, is that the bigger you get, the more you have to offer companies and services, the more people reach out and they want to do things for you. So don't ever think for a single second that I'm not super thankful and in love with these people that have given me their time and their expertise. I owe Andy from Happy Camper Kits my entire life. What he did to the inside of my van is beyond anything any human being should ever offer somebody for free. Look what I'm living in because of him. I am so thankful. But on the flip side of that coin, I'm also thankful to see what my videos did for Andy. Andy now has started a full-blown company because we exchanged passions. He had a passion for woodworking. I have a passion for making videos. We collided those passions together, and a beautiful thing happened. I left with an amazing home that it brings me to tears sometimes to just sit there and go, Andy, wow. And then just to see what's evolving on Andy's side of that whole, making videos for him too. And the same thing with working together with Ray Outfitted and the connection that we've all made together and all the time that they've helped to put my solar and stuff in my van. This all helps each other because their services are helping me, but then my videos are also going to help them get exposure. Does that make sense? So I am super thankful for everything, every gift, every letter, everything anybody has ever sent me. This all happens because of YouTube. So let's talk about the business side, because this is a business. It flipped as a business when I finally started to earn enough living that I knew I could fuel my van and eat. It's all that mattered. And now finally this YouTube channel is built up enough that it's allowed me to eat, fill my van up with gas, and move around. That's the beautiful part. So I am not profiting from my YouTube channel yet. I've been YouTubing for 2.5 years and I'm still yet to leave tax season with a profit. I'm in the red. Like I left 2019 in the hole. I think my thing was like $460 in the hole. I didn't profit, but YouTube funded my entire life last year. It paid for everything. All my bills are covered, all my fuel was covered, anything that was converted and changed to the van was all covered, all business expenses. So this year I am on a mission to profit a little bit. I would love to leave 2020 with some money in the bank. Maybe a pile. I don't think it'll ever be like that. We're slowly getting there. But I would like to leave with a little bit of money in the bank at the end of the year. I'm hoping for maybe 10,000 would be pretty beautiful, so I can leave 2020 with a profit. So let's talk about all the different ways I make money and how I plan on turning a profit this year compared to last year. So as a YouTuber, we make money on ad revenue from YouTube, from Google AdSense, from the ads you guys see at the beginning of videos. That YouTube, let's back this up here. YouTube ads, Patreon, YouTube memberships, merchandise and stickers, and brand deals. So all of these things are very key for a successful YouTube channel to succeed. All of these things are kind of mandatory for any channel that you're watching to be able to continue to afford to make videos every day for you to watch. There's a lot of people out there that hate that we earn a living at doing this. They hate it. They're like, rah, rah, rah. I see it. Trust me, guys, I see it. And I don't care what you say. This is my business. And I'm going to be very delicate on what I do on the whole selling side of my YouTube channel. Because you don't want to put too much of it in there, but you do want to put enough of it in there that you can earn a living and hopefully set yourself up for the future. The future, that's the key for me right now. I have this whole taking care of me now. Now it's set. We're good. We took care of ourselves for 1 year. Now this year it's time to just launch that up just a tiny bit to put some money in the bank. So we make money from the ads that run at the beginning and the end of my videos. The reason why I say this is because it's very seldom you see an ad in the beginning, in the middle. I only run an ad at the beginning and at the end of the video. I don't like interrupting my videos with ads. And if you are watching a YouTube channel that has ad, you keep getting interrupted, that's the YouTube creator putting those ads in, not YouTube. We are responsible for where that ad is placed and how many ads we put in a video. So I do one at the beginning and one at the end, because I figured if we made it that far, it's another ad, right? So, but the ad revenue from Google, it can be very good sometimes, but then there's months where it can be extremely bad. And let's take this for an example. If I got the same amount of views every month, for the entire year, my views stayed the same, my money wouldn't be staying the same. My money would go boom, down low, boom, up high, and then down low again. So YouTube has advertising seasons. So pre-Christmas is gold, like gold, that's good money. And then January, February, it goes, it plummets. Like I think from my October, November ad revenue to now is like 73% less now than it was then. But that's okay, it's on its way back up, and then it'll level back out around summertime, and then boom, it'll drop back down again before the Christmas peak. So what happens is the ads are cheaper and more expensive. So there may be the same amount of ads, but these ones are more expensive for the advertisers to buy, meaning that we make more profit from them, right? So YouTube would get a better chunk the more money they make. Okay, anyway, so we make money from that, which is basic knowledge. You guys know that. And I honestly survive, and we move around and drive around and travel so much because of my supporters on Patreon. I am so thankful and lucky to have a successful Patreon page. And just recently, I got the YouTube memberships, which is down below too, which is like YouTube's version of Patreon, which we're just building. We got a small amount of people on there, but I'm thankful that I have a successful Patreon, and I've put in the work over the last couple of years on there to build it to what it is today, because if it wasn't for them, we would not be traveling ever. Ever. I don't make enough money from ad revenue to fund my breathing and living and existing. That's where Patreon and YouTube ad memberships come in, because they keep us traveling. So we all owe them our entire life. I love every one of those people with everything that I got, no matter what they contribute, because that's a major factor to this channel. So ad revenue, Patreon, and YouTube memberships. So now outside of that, we're getting into brand deals, which I don't do very often. I have one company that I'm underneath a paid contract with, and I've been clear as day with this one since the very beginning. And I always remind you guys at least every couple of months that I am getting paid from them. Jackery. You guys have heard me talk about them. You guys know I love their product. That's why I am happy to endorse them and get paid for it. So they pay me, I'm going to be blunt with this, $600 to mention them 2 times for 1 minute each. It's hard to say no to. And I love them. And I will continue to work with Jackery until they decide that we don't want to work together, or I have a problem with one of their products and we just can't resolve the problem. I'm out. Because I am not going to recommend something to you guys that I don't believe in. As of right now, everything they've sent me, money, worth it. So brand deals is another one. So prior to 2020, that's all you ever seen from me was Jackery, was paid. That's it. That's the only product I was ever paid for in a video. 2020, different story. So here's why things changed a little bit when I started this year. Because when I didn't finish my taxes for 2019 and realized that I didn't make any money and I have $75 in my bank and no savings, time to change things up a little bit this year. So I decided that I'm going to start doing the occasional, when they come in and I feel good about them, the occasional sponsored video. So I've done a couple of them since January. I think we did the first one in December, December, January, February. Yeah, I've done 3. I did the first one in December, I believe it was. Don't hold me on that. But, so for someone to do a sponsored video on my channel, I charge them $400. $400 for 1 minute. How do you say no to that? So what I want to do now is, hopefully, as the right ones come up, I may do a sponsored video every once in a while. I would love to see them happen once a month or every other month, because that sure helps me building a future, something that I can put in the bank and know that if I have another year like this every year, that I can have a future from producing videos on YouTube. So right now, YouTube has given me this beautiful life you guys see every day. I just want to start thinking about the future. I'm 45 years old, and it's come time in my life where you got to really start thinking about that end game. Like, what's going to happen when I'm 75 years old? Where am I going to be? So to word it in like a layman's terms way, right now I am paycheck to paycheck from YouTube. What could you ask for? No debt, no bills, but YouTube keeps me paycheck to paycheck. So by the time my next payouts come in, I'm like literally on my last $100. So that's what things have been like for the last 2 years on my YouTube channel, paycheck to paycheck. Another thing you guys might not know and see, but I have added products to my life that I probably would not have purchased if it wasn't for having a YouTube channel. So like sometimes I do upgrades in my van that probably aren't necessary right now, like redoing all my lights. It's not really necessary, but it's good content for the channel, especially when I'm sitting still in a place and I don't know what to run around here and film because I'm uninspired with being back here in Vancouver. I have a couple more months here before we're back on the road again. Oh, I am so excited to be back making travel videos. That's where my heart's at. I don't like making talking videos. They're not very exciting for me. My heart's in making travel videos, and I'm stoked that in maybe like 8 or 10 more weeks that we back on the road again. So yeah, so sometimes you'll see me add a few little things. They're usually small, little silly things, something just to make a video out of. But I've added a lot of stuff to my van just because I'm like, yeah, let's go buy that. It'll make good content anyway. Let's just go buy that. I've never purchased anything that I don't need or anything that's on my, that's not on a want list. but sometimes I've purchased want list stuff when I really didn't need it that day or that week or that month, but it's been on my mind. But I'll, like all us channels do that. If anybody doesn't do that, they're lying. I've purchased many things just because I'm like, all right, well, here's a good couple of more videos of good content and good information. But yeah, that's the business side of YouTube. And there's some people out there, I know I've seen them in the comments, that just bark back that we earn a living doing this. Guys, I worked my butt off, and if you're thinking about doing YouTube for a living, it's going to take a solid year of you producing 5 videos per week and making no money. I literally was working a minimum of 10 hours a day for the first year and earned nothing. It was a lot of work. But when you put your heart into something and you just believe in something so much and you believe in yourself so much, things will break. It'll hit a tipping point where you'll have one video grab and that's it. That's what happened with me. I had one video that launched this whole channel. So anyway, guys, just want to talk to you guys about the business side. I don't get a chance to talk to a lot of people about this, so it's nice to actually share this information with you guys. I don't make videos. How do you word this? I don't look at my video analytics and money. That's not my prime thing. My prime thing is how long are people watching my videos? Am I producing a 10-minute video and then they're bouncing at 3 minutes? Then I know it's probably not good content, that I need to maybe relook at what I'm doing. I don't look at the money at the end of the day. You got to look at things in the big picture. You can't focus on today. And don't ever focus on tomorrow, because on yesterday, because yesterday is done. Focus on today and the big picture when it comes to doing YouTube stuff. Don't get stressed on the analytics now. So like for me, if I focus on the analytics in every video, I'd go crazy. So I focus on things like I'll check on at the end of the month. I'll see how last month did. You know what I mean? Then I'll take a look at my overall stats of all my videos all month and see what videos worked, what videos didn't. And if some videos worked and some videos didn't, I'll make more of that style of content. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we've been in Vancouver now for 3 months, I think, and I am getting tired of being here. That's why lately you've been seeing a lot of informational videos and van renovation videos and just changes in the van videos, because that's all I'm really doing here in Vancouver. Now that the sun's been peeking out a little bit more, we'll hopefully get out and do a little bit of adventuring around here. But I am pumped to get back to traveling. So I probably babbled. I don't know if any of this stuff made any sense to you guys, but hey, thanks for listening. See you guys soon. Oh, buy some merch. Help the channel out. All right, guys. See you soon.